So consider Kevin Samuels was known as the godfather to many when it came to giving relationship advice. Take a listen to what he has to say because you may also want to consider while you're listening that Kevin Samuels is also a father and he did not end up marrying or staying with the mother of his child. Take a listen to what he has to say to this young woman.
You don't get higher than your baby daddy.
What do you mean by that?
Meaning, if your baby daddy is right here, ranked right here, that means this is your level. The best you could get was a man to make a baby with this right here. So you don't get to make a baby with a man here and then go up here for a man to provide for him. You don't get no higher than your baby daddy. Because the only thing that's happened is you're older. So you keep saying, how do you go forward? You don't.
Oh, okay. So I'm just supposed to stay single for the rest of my life.
No, you should have married the man you had a baby with.
Ugh. It doesn't always work that way.
So, for someone to have been placed in a position of being a relationship expert, someone whose advice is to be taken and to be held with value, Kevin Samuels pretty much put this woman in a position where she was made to feel as though she had to settle for a relationship that was likely toxic, all because she had children with this particular individual. Now, being that Kevin Samuels has a daughter or had a daughter of his own, then the question would then be returned back to him. Why didn't he marry the mother of his children and settle down with her? Because then would that not also determine his own personal value? I think one of the biggest misconceptions that happens out here in society is that when you see a woman who is chosen to take on the very important role of raising her children, and she ends up having to do it alone because she finds out later on in a relationship that is very toxic, and she makes a very tough but necessary decision to choose peace over pain. A lot of times that woman is then placed in the category of being disposable goods, someone who no longer holds value, someone who's just looking for a father or stepfather for the children rather than being seen as a pillar of the community and someone who should be held with high value, someone who should be protected because she is, in fact, rearing up the next generation. I think it's very, very important to pay attention to what's being said here because it plays a major role in bringing and taking backwards our community rather than setting us forward.
Had a child.
Because I'm not gonna go get an abortion every time someone's getting pregnant, and the fact that
Well,
God gave me the
they're
child.
30, no, no, God didn't do shit. Don't put that on my God, your recklessness. There are 33 forms of birth control, plus the morning after pill.
Oh, that don't always work. Trust me.
Well, you know what does work? Abstinence.
And I've been doing that.
Well, but the problem is, man, the problem is you're a woman that says you have issues trusting people. You got two kids by two different men. One dude that you don't, neither one you speak highly of. And then you think you should be able to go out to the market and get a man at a higher level. That's somebody's child. That's a man who had to make himself. Why should a man do that and you're not willing to settle?
Well, you know what? That's another reason why I'm doing what I'm doing because of the fact that, like, once my kids get older, that's cool.
What are you doing?
Working and taking care of my kids and putting my kids first, giving them a life that I.
Okay, but do you have a choice to do anything else?
Oh,
Do you have a choice? I mean, it's like women say you're doing that like it's some badge of honor, but because you can't be out here dating the kind of men that you want.
I mean, I possibly could. It's just that I don't try because of the fact that.
Because you'd fail.
Mm,
And women don't like rejection.
Like, you're
Man,
right about that.
I know. Man, you can't get out. Okay, let's be real. The way you've come in and talked about, well, how do we move forward? Why do you feel like you get to move forward after you've made permanent decisions with men you don't speak too highly of?
So then you want to ask yourself, what is more important? The health and the mindset of that mother, the health and the mindset of those children, or is it to say, well, that woman is now damaged goods. No one desires her because she made decisions in her past that she is currently healed from. So now she should stay in a low vibrational or toxic relationship because that is the only value that she holds. Considering that this could very well be a woman who has gone through the process of healing. Not saying that she's completely there, because I'd have to beg to differ if she's seeking advice from Kevin Samuels, who is living a life of hypocrisy at that time. But consider, maybe she's gone through a certain level of healing and she's gained certain lessons. Are we now saying that that woman does not hold enough value to be with someone who loves her, who cherishes her, who values her, but also sees her children as being not a crutch, not baggage, but the future generation? These things need to be considered, especially in the melanated community. I would love to hear your take on this. What do you all take from this conversation?